I'll be real with you. I didn't expect the lasting longer part of GoLong to work at all. Every guy has seen those sketchy ads online promising stamina miracles, and most of them do absolutely nothing. So when I saw Rugiet GoLong claiming it could help both ED and timing, I definitely rolled my eyes just a little. But since I already using Rugiet for their other meds, I figured I'd try seeing how it actually felt. Worst case, it basically would feel like regular Tadalafil. And before I get into my experience, if you do end up wanting to try GoLong or any of Rugiet's other meds, I'll put the link below, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. Either one will take you to the lowest price they offer. So for some context, regular Tadalafil worked fine for me when I needed it, but it never did anything for stamina. I'd also tried a few of those delay supplements before, and honestly, they barely felt like a placebo. When I looked into GoLong and realized it uses an actual prescription ingredient for control, not just random herbs, that's what made me curious enough to give it a shot. Safety was one of the first things that I looked into. Paroxetine and Tadalafil are both prescription medications the doctors already use separately. Rugiet doesn't just hand them out. You go through an online health questionnaire, a licensed provider reviews it, and they only prescribe it if it actually makes sense for you. And if anything feels off once you're using it, you can message them directly. In my experience, they usually get back to you pretty quickly. The consult, prescription, and the shipping are all included, so there aren't any surprise fees later. What makes GoLong different is really just the combination. It pairs Tadalafil with paroxetine in a single dose, so you don't have to worry about juggling timing or figuring out how to take two separate meds. In terms of timing, GoLong took about 30 minutes to kick in for me, and then it stayed active for quite a while, up to around a day and a half. That gives you a pretty wide window where you don't have to just think too much about timing. As far as the side effects go, it felt almost identical to regular Tadalafil to me. A little warmth at the start, maybe a slight stuffy nose, and that was about it. Nothing major. And if you do notice anything unusual, you can always reach out to their support. Rugiet does have other options too. Rugiet is their fast-acting one that hits both the mental and the physical side of arousal. Grower combines ED support with hair growth. Daily Boost is more of an everyday performance and testosterone support option. They also have weight loss and sleep meds, but GoLong is their one that's specifically built for guys who want ED support and more control at the same time. There are a couple of practical things worth knowing. GoLong isn't instant, unlike Ready, so it helps give a little lead time. And for me, the control side wasn't dramatic the very first time. It became more noticeable after I'd used it a couple of times. Once it did kick in consistently, that's when it really stood out to me. It didn't feel anything like those sketchy last long products online. It felt more like a medical solution that actually had a purpose behind it, and the difference between was noticeable. So if you've tried regular ED meds and still felt like control was the weak spot, GoLong might be worth looking into. It checks both boxes for me without needing two separate prescriptions. If you want to try it yourself, I'll put the link in the description, or you can scan the QR code on the screen that will take you to the best price they offer. And if you've tried any of those last longer products before, I'd be curious on how they worked for you, especially if you've tried GoLong. Drop your experience in the comments. I know I'm not the only one who's been burned by this fake stuff.